back with the Tri-State Sports Guys.
Great segment.
Clearly, Tomar needs more of the camera, so we moved Moose over here.
That's it. Get the coach over
Tomar's
there.
the star of the show.
Coach of the week in the Tri-State area. He's standing up
Just
in the
another
back.
guy.
Let's
It's time
go.
for Say What. Take it away, Tone.
All right, let's go. We're going to start off with Leslie Frazier on benching McNabb. Based on these 4 games this season, we're not at a point where we think a quarterback change is needed. There are a lot of things we need to correct on our football team based on the fact that we are 0-4. At this point, a quarterback change isn't one of those things. What do you guys think? It's time for McNabb to...
You want to take it or you want me to take it?
Well, you could start off. Go ahead. You start.
It doesn't matter what Leslie Frazier says because he will be out of a job and he'll never get another job because he's clearly awful.
Yeah.
And Donovan McNabb has been awful for 4 years. That's it.
I don't think Donovan McNabb's the whole reason they're 0-4, but their defense has played terrible. They've blown leads after leads after leads. But I think the big thing is he is a horrible coach. So he should try to say as much as he can to get in some FaceTime because that's the last time he's going to be on camera.
Well, of course he doesn't know the McNabb's. He's not a good coach. How would he know McNabb?
How would he know? He don't know what from
I've
down.
never seen you ever seen a player fall apart that fast before? McNabb just, maybe not fast, but just...
No, very fast.
Like, I don't know, just seemed overnight, like he just was terrible.
A couple years ago, he's leading teams, back-to-back championship games, and now all of a sudden he's a bottom 5 to 10 quarterback in the league.
And you don't even see him Campbell Soup commercials anymore.
No,
Campbell
he even lost that.
You know? What a fall from grace.
All right, how about Joe Namath on Mike Tannenbaum making terrible draft picks? I'm not sure what's going on there. We picked some poor players, and we're not owning up to it. That's what it amounts to. You got guys on the roster who have been picked, and you keep trying to say, okay, they're going to work out. Well, guess what? We tried that with Vernon Golston, and it didn't work out. You have to say, hey, I made a bad pick, a bad selection, and move on. The Jets didn't do that, and now it's too late to get the season righted.
This is your boy, Joe Namath.
I got to be honest with you. I can criticize the Jets up and down, but you look at their roster, they're almost all draft picks. You look at DeBrickashaw Ferguson, Tannenbaum. Nick Mangold, Tannenbaum. You look at Dustin Keller, Tannenbaum. You look at David Harris, Tannenbaum. Muhammad Wilkerson this year has been one bright spots of their defense. Darrell Revis is a Tannenbaum guy.
So what are you saying about Joe Namath?
I think Joe Namath is an idiot. He was an idiot last week when he talked about his comment last week about Rex Ryan being the problem because he's hyping these guys up. It has nothing to do with that. Rex Ryan hyping the guys up is the reason why they went to 2 back-to-back AFC Championship games. So that you could criticize a million things about the Jets, but you can't criticize their draft picks. I think as a percentage of draft picks that they've hit on, it's been great. The one thing you can maybe say is maybe they shouldn't have traded up to get Mark Sanchez because maybe he's not turning into the franchise quarterback they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as percentage of the draft picks working out, it's been fantastic. That's a stupid comment. What do you think? As a
I think
non-Jet
Joe
fan,
Namath. When I hear Joe
all the
Namath
guys I
talk-
named, they're saying about draft picks. They're not.
I think
very
he's talking about the
good.
offensive line, that guy Ducasse or whatever. I think Joe Namath, they ask him these questions and he knows nothing about the New York Jets other than he used to play in the Jets. They ask him generic questions. What do you think they need to do? And he'll say, I think they need to complete more passes.
All he
and they
wants
need
to talk about is how they handle the snaps. Every time he's on ESPN radio, I don't know, they put their hands like this, you got to put your hands like this. Shut up about taking the snaps. Mark Sanchez hasn't fumbled the snaps since I've seen him. So shut up about the snaps.
He just wants to kiss Susie Goldberg.
That's it. Put the bottle down, brother. And shut up.
Doesn't he remind
You have more interceptions than touchdowns in your career.
He reminds you of that old guy that you always see, and every time you see him, you're just like, oh.
He is that old guy.
No, but he
Yeah,
but
you
it's
walk
old
into
guy-
the deli and he's
right,
there and you're like,
oh,
oh.
man, here we go.
I should've
They
gone to
pay
McDonald's.
him. They pay him to be on the radio.
Right.
Ugh.
And paying to be on the radio,
He's
all
got
he
a
does
face
is
for a radio
bad
host.
mouth the
He
Jets.
does.
He has a face for a radio host.
He does.
Yeah.
That nose is not. He's gonna keep growing, dude.
I can't
Keep
take it.
growing.
Move on. Enough of that Joe freaking Namath.
All right, how about Brett Favre on Aaron Rodgers? Rodgers has tremendous talent. He's very bright, and he got a chance to watch and see successful teams do it right. And so he just fell into a good situation. On top of that, he's a good player. I don't think there's really any pressure on him now. The talent around him is even better than what it was when I was there. So I'm really kind of surprised it took him so long to win a Super Bowl. In the early part of last season, it hadn't quite clicked yet, and I didn't know that it would. I just kind of figured when they hit their stride, they're going to be hard to beat, and that's what happened. Is that one of the most backhanded...
Who wants to go first?
No, I heard this comment this morning. They were all up and down on Mike and Mike about it this morning.
Go for it.
I heard him actually say it, and it was in the context of it. He gave a lot of compliments to Aaron Rodgers. I think it's a little blown out of proportion. I don't think it was him really bad mouthing Aaron Rodgers. I think what frustrates Brett Favre is he doesn't want anybody to be compared to him because he's so great. So I don't really think he was taking shots at Aaron Rodgers. It was just that he basically was saying, in not so many words, if I was quarterback, we'd be even better when I was there. He didn't want to give any credit to anybody else. But I do think he did at several times in that interview talk about how good Aaron Rodgers was.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is great. Brett Favre wants to know why he hasn't won more Super Bowls. It's because Brett Favre was there stinking up the joint, throwing big interceptions to the Giants in big games.
Yeah.
So Brett Favre needs to shut up.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Brett Favre was at this point in his career.
Way better. Way better than he was at this point in his career.
And he's trying to give a compliment, and he's just trying to make himself relevant. Well, when I was there, my team was better, and blah, blah, blah. Shut up. I'm tired of these guys. Brett Favre, get out of here.
Yeah.
Take McNabb, go do something else.
Play golf.
Play golf with Donovan.
All right, how about Chris Cooley on? You guys see this? Chris Cooley on Tony Romo blowing leads against the Lions.
No,
listen to this. This is him on Romo. It's so good. I was watching the scoreboard in St. Louis, and I didn't see that they lost really until the end. I thought they blew it. I thought they blew them out, so I kind of stopped paying attention. It's amazing to watch him choke like that. I'm just saying, I'm up 24 points in the third quarter. If I'm the head coach, I feel like I could probably just take a knee for the rest of the game, punt it away, and there's no way Detroit's going to drive on you that many times. The only way you're going to give up that many points is turnovers, right? It's hilarious to watch him throw pick sixes back to back. I loved it.
You want to take it? Go
I'll take it very quickly. Now, the thing about Chris Cooley is I like Chris Cooley, but he is becoming like Kurt Schilling to me. Chris Cooley, when he was a good football player, everyone thought it was cool that he had a blog and he's got a lot to say.
Married a cheerleader on the team.
Chris Cooley can't even fight off Fred Davis for playing time and for pass targets.
Chris Cooley's a has-been.
So that's my point. So now you just need to shut up. Is what he said wrong? No, it's probably not. It's probably not wrong. But just mind your own business. Worry about your own team. Try to get some playing time.
Here's what I like about it. Because whenever they ask questions and they give the generic answer, everybody complains about it. This guy, everything he said was right.
Yeah.
100% right. And it's an inter-divisional rival, which is great. Which is awesome because you don't... I kind of root for the Redskins because they're so bad all the time in that division. And so this is awesome because now when they play the Redskins, it's going to mean that much more. And the Redskins have had a good start to the season. This is kind of giving the Redskins a little bit of an edge. Like maybe we are going to be good. Yep. I love that he said it. I love everything he said. I had not heard that till just now. I love it even more. He is terrible.
He is right about Romo.
He wouldn't start for the Bears. Araujo would start over him or whatever his name.
How about Mike Vick?
So is it?
Go ahead.
So Tomar, it's. You heard what Cooley said, right? You agree with what he said? Talking about a rivalry opponent like that?
Tomar must love Cooley.
Tomar's like, I don't understand what's wrong. I think this is totally fine.
That's my man, Aaron. Change your number to Cooley's number. Put him at H-back next week. Go ahead, Tom.
How about Mike Vick on losing and the so-called Dream Team? The Dream Team thing is over. Now we just have to forget about everything that's happened and take it one game at a time. That's what I've seen. That's what I've sensed in the locker room. I sense change. Nobody's happy about it. At this level, in a game of this magnitude, especially for our organization and how hard we've worked, it makes it very difficult. Now the only thing to do is go out there and get it worked out. What do you think? Think the Eagles turn around, and do you think they beat my Buffalo Bills this week?
I think they turn it around to an extent. I mean, they're clearly not going to be the team everybody thought they were going to be. But I think they turned it around. It just amazes me that the defense is making any adjustments. I mean, their defense, they play those wide defensive ends with guys in their 4-point stance.
Those crazy sprinter stances.
That's crazy, and they're just terrible. And then they have these 3 fantastic defensive backs, and they don't put them on the field at the same time to play bump and run. I would have all 3 of them on the field all the time playing man-to-man coverage, and yet they sit back and zone all the time. I think that's one of the adjustment problems that Osman was having. They just don't utilize the talent they have. You go out and get this talent, and yet Rogers Cromartie doesn't even see the field all the time. He's been on the field all the time.
And on offense, they don't give the ball to McCoy enough. They're so busy trying to keep
9
Sean
carries
Jackson happy.
For McCoy's terrible.
Get the ball to Avant. Avant. Who cares about Avant?
Yeah, Avant.
Get the ball to LeSean McCoy. No one ever tackles this guy right away.
Right. And LeSean McCoy's a top 5 running back in the league,
so
and they get 9 carries in a game when you lose. If that's the fault.
I think they do turn it around. And to answer your question, yes, they beat the Buffalo Bills.
About you, they beat the Bills this week?
Yeah.
No shot. It's not even. Honestly,
yeah. Just like the Patriots last week.
Yeah.
We could have the whole show next. Yeah. You can have the whole show next week. Every time the Bills win, it's an all Buffalo Bills show.
All right, how about Magic Johnson on Ron Artest's name change? What's the announcer going to say? Now starting at forward, meta, world peace. Hey Ron, come back down to earth. That's on a Jay. That's on a Jay.
Little late. It's a little late to ask Ron Artest to come back.
That's on a Jay Leno show, by the way.
He's been really crazy. He's been really crazy way before he changed his name to Meta World
Since you
Peace.
First heard the name Ron Artest, he was crazy.
He's insane. He's actually insane. He's a good dude, I'm sure. He clearly wants world peace.
Yep, he thanked his psychologist when they won the title, which is awesome.
Yeah. But Magic Johnson, he's another guy. I know he's a great player. He's a Joe Namath. I'm tired of Magic. I don't care what Magic Johnson thinks.
100%.
He tried to coach the Lakers and he stunk.
He's almost like a Tiki Barber. He thought he would leave the game and he'd be this like everybody would want to hear him. He had this like talk show, late night talk show, which was horrible.
Arsenio Hall. He thought he was Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, I'm about sick of him too. Go run a foundation or something. Just get off the freaking news.
I'm tired of these. I'm tired of these old school athletes trying to relate to Ron Artest.
Right.
Ron Artest has no idea anything about Magic
And who
Johnson.
cares if he changes his name? Who cares? Then if he changes his name, then yes, you're gonna say what is his name? Meta World Peace.
MWP.
Well, then that's his name. Then call him that. Who cares? Shut up.
They're gonna call him Mr. Peace.
What do you
No,
think,
he wants
Tomar?
peace
What do you
written
think
on
about the name change? And then what do you think about Magic Johnson getting on him?
The name change? That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous.
It's Ron Artest, though.
I mean,
They're gonna call him Mr. Peace.
Mr. Peace.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't really make any sense.
It
but
doesn't make sense.
If he has like a play date and his kids have like friends over, they say, "Hey, Mr. Peace, can I have a juice box?"
and
or
he's getting the peace out there. That's what he wants.
What he's
Wants
trying to
people
do is
talk
make the
about
world a
peace.
better place. And Magic Johnson's gonna be all over him.
Isn't that the same dude that applied to like P.C. Richards?
No, that's
No, it is Ron
Yeah,
Artest.
no, it is, yeah.
It is Ron
It's
Artest.
not? That's
It was
not-
Yeah, it
Circuit
was.
City.
Yeah,
He was one of my
it's
worst
not.
I
guys.
thought it was the dude that hooked up with LeBron James's.
No, you're talking about
He went to
Delonte
home,
West.
and Delonte West.
Delonte West has a current
But
job.
he applied to Home Depot.
Yeah.
And didn't get it.
Yeah.
Now he works at some other furniture stores.
But in
It's
our
like-
original top 10 list, it was Ron Artest got the Circuit City job just so he could get the discount.
Oh, that was a whole different thing. Yeah.
On a TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money's tight for Ron Artest,
Well, if
apparently.
you're gonna get a bargain, you get a bargain.
Yeah.
He's gonna be on that
man.
coupon show on the Travel Channel.
Yeah.
All right, how about we swing this to baseball real quick? BJ Upton on returning to the Rays. I'm hoping I'm back. That's out of my hands. I've got nothing to do with that. But I've grown up with a lot of these guys, and we've experienced a lot together. So hopefully next February I'll be in a Rays uniform. Think they got to bring him back?
I think he will be back.
I think he will be back because I think that's the only team he'll be good on.
And I think that there's not going to be a huge. That people are not going to throw big money at him. So it's not like he's going to go out there and make $10 million a year. I think he's going to get maybe a 4-year, $28 million deal with the Rays. And I think that any other team's going to give him about the same, and he's going to want to play for Joe Madden.
I agree with you. I just think people need to file this 5-second clip away. BJ Upton is always 5 minutes away from being arrested for just punching somebody out. He's crazy, and I really.
You think so? I don't know. Hear any
I
crazy
am
stories
not.
about BJ?
I am 100% sure of it. He's just crazy. Everything he does is crazy. He gets thrown out stealing, and he gets in the umpire's face, and then you look at the replay, and he was jogging the whole way. Like, I don't understand. What is he looking at the umpire? What are you mad at the umpire for?
Yeah, you're going to double time it down to second base. How
I
about
think
that?
he will say he'll either go to the Rays or he's going to come to the Mets and just be awful.
Yeah, he sounds like a great Met. Yeah, they'll probably pay him $60 million and be horrible.
What else you got?
How about this? One more. Shane Victorino on the Budweiser Clydesdale. Did you see that the other day at the baseball game?
Yeah.
He says he accuses them of doing this on purpose. How about those horses? They went around a second time and crapped all by our dugout. It smelled awful. I think they did it on purpose. There was poo everywhere. Good tactic or what?
It's a great tactic. If they could train these horses to go crap in front
Shit on
of,
command.
and God bless them. That's how you got to do it.
I mean,
Look, if
it's
you
not
have-
it's not a bad
You got an arsenal of different things to do, and if you have the ability to put these gigantic horses out there that can crap in front of, I mean, if you don't use it, then you're going to spend the whole off season saying we didn't do everything we could do to win the series. So that's what I'm saying.
You're not wrong. What I'm saying is,
right.
I'm going to take from our leader here. They went into Danbury and they had that annoying commentator.
Yeah.
And
2 and 6.
Yeah, they were doing everything they could to fluster the Bears.
They
Opening
had,
night.
they had a 50-minute halftime show where everyone who was in the high school had something to do with the production of their halftime show.
And you just stay focused. So if I'm and the Phillies won that game. So I'm tired of these Clydesdales. You want to do that, fine. But you know what? If one of those
He's
Phillies,
tired of the Clydesdales.
if one of those Phillies comes over there and tries to do like little horse tipping or like shoots like a stun gun into one of those guys,
Somebody hits a home run and starts riding the bull around the thing.
then where does it end?
I don't know.
He said horse tipping.
Oh, like cow tipping, horse tipping.
Some Clydesdale tipping. Yeah,
That's
man.
all I got. That's
All right.
it.
When we come back, we're gonna do the top 10. I hope Moose sticks around for this. We'll be back with the Tri-State Sports Guys.